Oh, fuck me, Mr. Krug Thane coming in before anything with the 6 month. Appreciate that, my dude. Actually, are the ads done? Yeah, the ads are done. All right. I guess we just jump in. All right, 5K. An SCV scout, but I'll just send the Reaper across right away, I guess. Take a small risk. No CC yet down there. Missing a starport. I don't know. Usually bring the Cyclone along, but because I didn't see the starboard, I'm a little worried. There it is. Oh, okay. I got him by 1 frame, I think. Based. Where'd the command center go? Wait, where did the command center go? Wait, was he 1 base? Oh, okay, so yeah, I was right about everything. Oh my god, I thought he was 2 base. I thought this command center was a different command center. It's so funny. I mean, it was irrelevant if I had lost this tank anyways. Like, this game is so won. Alright, GG. $57. Hi, hello. What's up, Childs? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Boom, 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 boom. I guess I'm pretty early today. I forgot about the fact that you can't play this game before noon. Say it with me, chat. Storm, clap, gate, clap. Isn't every game normal? Ask for someone that's definitely not me. Sometimes you go on a 20 game lose streak. It happens to everyone. Sometimes you go on a 20 game win streak. It's the beauty of a ladder. If you're on a lose streak, though, I mean, you should be... You're always going to go on a win streak after a lose streak. That's just how it works. Unless you literally just started playing the game for the first time ever, but... Kind of sucks that it works that way, but... It's... the fucking world we live in. It's a lot of factors that play, too. Like, tilt's a big factor for a lot of people. For me, especially. Usually when I start losing a lot in a row, I just start caring less. And then the loses like start to get even worse and worse. And you come at it another fresh day and then you just win like 20 in a row because you come back from all that shit. But I'm pretty good at just like stopping my ladder session when it gets like pretty bad. Oh, you haven't played in a while, then yeah, you should go on a lose streak for a little while, and then eventually you'll start winning. Must be the money.
Center upgrade. Not enough minerals.
I usually do this in the moment, but he's doing something odd here.
Our SCVs are under attack. Base is under attack.
He's not microing. Now he is. I lost the Reaper to something silly.
Base is under attack. Complete.
Okay.
Base is under attack.
Ugh.
Unacceptable landing zone. Base is under attack.
Oh my god, just shooting the fucking.
Unacceptable landing zone. Base is under attack. Not enough energy. Base is under attack. Not enough minerals.
I just don't understand wall mechanics sometimes.
Command center up. Not enough energy. Add-on. Insufficient Vespine gas. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Am I dead? I just need to see. I don't want to cope. I'd rather just leave if I'm dead. I'll take another scan hit. I am pretty dead though. I'm hoping he like keeps doing that.
Insufficient not enough minerals. Additional supply.
I can't make anything.
Base is under attack.
Ah,
Unacceptable landing zone. Base is under attack. Not enough energy. Insufficient Vespine gas.
every time I like play this build like on this map, I get cheese though. I think I should just open double gas. GG. Well done. I'm gonna keep doing one gas though. Like I gotta learn to do it at some point. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. $30th, only if you pay the $25. If you've had access to any of the previous beta waves or alpha waves or whatever, then you get to play on the 30th still. You had a beta key, then yeah, you're good. It should just work on the 30th for you when you open Steam. It should. Theoretically. It's supposed to. Because yeah, they want to thank the beta testers. They want to give everyone early access. Because at the end of the day, like, the beta testers is still just like one group, and there's a larger group of people that still haven't even tried the game yet. So I don't think they mind doing that, but yeah, it should work. I'm hoping mine works because I didn't ask anybody about it either. It'll be fine. Figure it out the day of, worst case scenario. Oh, apparently there's a thing today. They're doing a early access reveal or something. Showcase. I didn't play any of the last wave with Celestials, so all I know is that the name of the race is Celestial. That's it. I know that they have a lot of pylons or some stupid Protossy shit. And that's it. It'll be cool because we get to play it the first day and, yeah, figure it all out together. Now, you can talk about it. The NDA was dropped for the last wave. You can talk about the Celestial stuff again. Or not again, but you can talk about it now. But to be honest, like, anything that they did during that last wave, like, a lot of it's going to be different. Like, if you've been playing along since the start, like, a lot of things change every wave. And that race probably is going to change the most based on what we've seen. So we'll see, we'll see. 52. I love you. Max pop from the get-go, but you have the energy, which is like population cap. Cool, yeah. So it's like I like to see big differences like that. It's kind of like an Age of Empires civ at that point. Like, you have like one civ that has like 200 army pop at the start of the game. I like to see bigger differences like that because I don't want the game to just be a direct fucking copy of SC2, as do most. And obviously, so far, the game has been a direct copy of SC2, more or less. Like, the changes have been too small. So seeing a change, like, or hearing about a change, like one race gets 200 pop at the start, that's cool. I'd like to see more of that. I like them to change a lot more of the Infernal race, like, from what they had originally planned with it. To be honest, it's like way too Zergy. Especially with the names of the buildings, like, you literally have the fucking, like, hatch, layer, and hive, like, it's fucking weird. Like, at least be a little original in that regard, like, change that up a little bit. Just there's a few things that I wish they would do that with.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Go ahead.
Command center upgrade complete.
Alright, you got the good spawn. Where's his Reaper?
Our SCVs
There's his Reaper.
are under attack.
Oh. Okay, he's clearly trying to proxy something with that. Like, or he just ran away, I don't know.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Very differently from anything else you do. Yeah, that's good then. So it's just a visual thing. Like, they look like Protoss, that's about it.
Not enough minerals.
I want them to be very different from Protoss. They should visually look different too, but it's for another day, I guess.
Add on.
Oh my god, it's like the same shit.
Add on. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Hey, you want to swap the reactors for the extra Viking production because you want your production to be better. Because he's coming hard and he's coming fast. That's what she said. And I always recommend this bunker too, because the bunker helps delay a lot. I guess maybe one medevac could ruin my day.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
No, we win. He didn't build a reactor on his starport. Stupid high ground tank. I thought he would like go here, but that doesn't make sense in hindsight. Ah. That was a genuine mistake by me. Didn't even realize I was in range of that tank, to be honest, but yeah, we do it again. Very well played. Holy shit. From a barcode, too. GG. I didn't know barcodes were nice. It's for who are high IQ below mechanics. That's why when Stormgate comes out, we're playing all 3 races and figuring out which is the fucking brain dead zero mechanic race. And that's my race. That's my home. Although I say that, but realistically, I'm gonna find the race that most like fits my actual play style. And I don't know if that's Vanguard, just simply because it's the most Terran like. I don't know if that's it, to be honest. I played Infernal at first before I streamed it. and I enjoyed Infernal quite a bit. The thing about Vanguard that's like really undeniably good though was the fact that you could build your base in like 8 seconds with the overcharge and like 5 workers. And that was undeniably the best part of Vanguard, was just being able to like scout your opponent's expansion and then just expand before they did. Like, because it's like waiting until your opponent expands in StarCraft 2 is usually too late. Like at that point you've already fallen behind economically. But in Stormgate, if you wait till your opponent expands, you just like, oh, okay, then you take a whole mineral line, you build another base, and it's already finished, like before their base is, your opponent's base is even like a third the way done. And you just get ahead of them. Like, it's the complete opposite of SC2. Which is why I don't know if they're going to keep the Bob overcharge in the game, because I just feel like it's fucked. They might nerf it a lot. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, give me 30 seconds to get my robe because it's cold. Okay, okay. In the world in the usual way. Gonna be like him. Oof.
additional supply depots required.
No, I'll come back to SC2. I've said if Microsoft does something, but the current state of things, yeah, we're done with this, unfortunately. I stuck around like probably 2 years longer than I should have, to be honest, but it is what it is. I loved the game. But yeah, it's over. Looks like there's no more tournaments being renewed anyways. And even if there were, I'd still be done because it's just ESL. And I hate ESL with a burning passion. Oh, I would have. I mean, I don't think I'd play any other game. I didn't like AoE 4 enough to switch to it full time, and I tried to. It was too slow for me, and I didn't like the water things. And honestly, the company was a relic. Wasn't really updating, or they didn't release the game in a very good state. It was a lot of shit that made me not want to play that game more. But probably would just go get another job, a different job, to be honest. And I will if Stormgate ends up being the same as AoE 4. Like, then it is what it is at that point. No other choice for me. Rather do what I enjoy. Yeah, I'll come back to C2, of course.
Not enough minerals.
If things got fixed up.
Not enough minerals.
What's wrong with ESL? Many things. I don't know if I want to do the whole ESL rant for you right now, but they're just like near bankrupt. They don't pay anybody on time. They don't pay players on time. They don't pay casters on time. Like, they're for some reason in charge of the entire balance and design of SC2, even though it was completely unelected. They have no actual game designers. It's all run by one fucking, like, just one guy. It's a complete disaster at the moment. It's filled with bias. It's filled with egos. It's filled with money-hungry people. I won't go any deeper, but also something, Saudi Arabia. There's a lot that I don't like about it, but yeah. I'm not gonna act like super depressed about it either. Like, it is what it is. I'll just move on with my life.
Not enough minerals.
That's what we gotta do. You can't say I didn't like stick with the game. Like, I stuck with this game like probably like 7 years longer than the majority of people did. As did everybody that's still playing it today.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
I used my scans, but was it too early? Ah, it was too early. Alright, he gets my tank, I guess. It was one of those, like, I'm going to drop my mules because there's no way he's going to send his DT immediately after I scouted his DT, but lo and behold, he sent in the DT. Yeah, but you're not a like high level GM player, so we're like two completely different reasons for playing the game. Like any high level GM player agrees there's no reason to play this game anymore. It's not enjoyable. Like ESL is about to not renew any tournaments. Like literally Gamers 8 is the only thing that are like people are playing the game for right now. Like that's it. It's just over. Like, you can play it for fun, absolutely, you're right. Like it feels great to play still. But competitively as an esport, it seems it's over. It's gonna be like community funded tournaments from now on, pretty much. Like there'll still be tournaments. Absolutely. But not enough for me to justify a streaming career here anymore, and I honestly don't, like I said, I don't enjoy it anymore. The game is filled with cheaters, stream snipers, hackers, fucking zero moderation. It's just insane.
Additional supply depots required.
Should probably have a turret here, to be honest.
Ready for dust off.
Gangway coming through.
Additional supply depots. Research. Mineral field depleted.
I can't build here.
Ready for dust off.
Additional supply depots required. Additional supply depots. Mineral field depleted. Not enough energy.
Gee. Alright, I need more water. Give me just 1 minute. Yeah, giving a good answer to what if I'm willing to sit through 10-20 minute tutorials every single day. Yeah, I don't know, like, what's the best example of a game that has done a good job at dealing with stream sniping? Like, the best way is probably, I mean, the most difficult way to jump into a ranked game was probably like OG League of Legends, right? Because you had to get to like level 30 or whatever to play ranked. And it took, like, people were actually selling accounts at that point for like just the ability to not have to play the 30 level games. So it's like, no matter how hard you make it, like, eventually people will just start selling the account and then they just buy them to stream snipe. So it's like, it's such a difficult thing. Like, outside of having like an actual physical council of people just like banning snipers, and then you just have cases of people getting banned when they're not sniping. It's a tough problem to solve. But that being said, you can definitely do it better than SC2. It's not difficult, because for those that don't know, in this game you can just fucking literally click on the opponent's username and it tells you like when they're queued. Doesn't matter if you block them. It doesn't matter. You just fucking just know when someone's queuing. It's the funniest shit in the world. It's the most depressing shit in the world, actually. And then yeah, we also got this. This is a single person on 4 different accounts, win trading. He does this every season. He's been doing this since the year 2019. Rank 1, 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 rank 1. Rank 1, rank 1, rank 1, rank 1, rank 1. Rank 6, rank 7, rank 6 since 2019, or rank 5. It's pretty fucking funny. Since 2019, like, we haven't had anybody moderating the game at all, and I mean, yeah, that's why we're quitting. Yes, the game is still more enjoyable than Stormgate to play, but that's not the only factor that matters. I wish it was. There's a lot more to it. And to me personally, it's not that much of a difference in playing. Like, the game looks like StarCraft looks better, absolutely. But I had plenty of moments where it felt fine to me. Like, it felt like I was playing a fast-paced RTS game. Like, I don't know. I'm like one of the few people that actually gave Stormgate a fair, honest try. Because a lot of people did just take one look at the graphics and say, ugh. Or they took they just like looked at a couple of the units and they were like, I don't like that. You gotta try it a little bit. I mean, you are, to some level, you could be giving up opportunity to enjoy yourself by just not trying something. Like, I've been playing games my whole life. Like, my favorite game is Ocarina of Time, and if you're gonna tell me that Ocarina of Time was the best looking Nintendo 64 game that came out for its time, like, you're wrong. It was actually one of the ugliest N64 games. Especially compared to like a game like SM64 that came out 2 years before Ocarina of Time. Looked way better. But that didn't matter. The Ocarina of Time is my favorite game because it's just a fucking good game. Like, I don't let the look of a game like dictate anything. So when I first played Stormgate, yeah, I was like, ew, this looks like dog shit, but I didn't let it dictate like my opinion of it and how I enjoyed it. Like, I just played it and I was like, oh, this is fun. And then that was it. Like, I was like, ah, this is kind of like StarCraft 2 with different units. That's cool.
Command center upgrade complete.
I'm the same when I watch a TV show. Like, a lot of people will be very picky when there's like plot holes in a TV show, but I just, like, when I watch a TV show and I see a plot hole, I just like don't try to overanalyze it. In fact, I try to like fill it in with my own like head canon of like why that plot hole exists. Because it just makes it more enjoyable that way. Like, why do you ruin things for yourself by like focusing on the negative when you can just like either not consume that content or consume it and actually try to enjoy yourself? Because I don't understand consuming like Stormgate and then like complaining about it. especially if you've only consumed like 5 minutes of it. Like, just don't play it. And then go find something you enjoy.
Not enough energy.
I don't know. I could rant about
Complete.
that all day. Because I hear people rant about why they hate Stormgate all day, to be honest. It's like the #1 thing I listen to. So it puts me in the mood to fight the opposite the second I turn my stream on, because it's like my outlet.
Command center upgrade.
But I won't do that to you guys anymore today. That'll be
Minerals.
it. We'll focus on the games now.
Not enough minerals.
Everybody cuts. We're gonna go. I think I'll go mech here. Actually, it's a good mech map.
Add-on complete.
Well, I mean, that's why I said earlier I'm a completely different person from the other guy that was like, but I enjoy SC2 more. Like, well, yeah, I'm like a content creator that plays this game like 6 hours a day, every day. Like, it's so different. And there are just more factors that apply to me. Like, the stream sniping is a big deal to me. Like, having someone, like, having the ability to just click on my username and then know when I queue up every time, like, that's a really big deal to me. And I'm willing to give up, like, some level of quality in the game to just have that fixed. Which is why I'm a really big fan of Stormgate in a lot of different ways. Because just having an active development team that cares and is doing things is just a massive deal.
Unacceptable landing zone.
I love to just figure out new things as well. Like, SE2 is way too figured out at the moment. Playing Stormgate feels new because you get to try new shit that nobody has ever tried, and you get to be the one to, like, make a new build order. And I don't know, it's just enjoyable. And the game's getting patched like every 2 weeks, so it's like new builds are happening every 2 weeks. Like, it's undeniably a fun experience if you enjoy SE2. I don't know. It's just weird that so many people hated it. And all the reasons I've heard are just graphic based. Like, I don't like the graphics. I don't like this unit. Looks stupid. Behaves stupid. Like, it's so shallow to me. I don't know. If you don't like it, like, at least come up with a decent reason as to why you don't like it. Like,
Additional supply. Not enough minerals.
at least if you're gonna argue it, like, if you just want to not play it and fuck off, that's fine. But if you're gonna go around into SC2 streams and, like, try to convince everyone that it's dog shit, at least, like, be able to argue it in, like, a intellectual way. Because having, like, the same debate over and over and having people tell me, oh, it just looks like a mobile game, therefore it's bad, and, like, it's just tiring. Like, at least have some substance in your arguments. Because it's always the same shit for the last 6 months on repeat.
Not enough minerals.
But I play Brood War? No, I didn't like Brood War just because fucking game is like a worse version of SC2. Truly. Does that contradict anything I've said, though? I'm thinking. I just didn't enjoy it. Like, I gave Brood War a fair chance. Like, I did play it a decent amount. Like, but, like, the units were too buggy. So if I'll be fair. Like, I'll give a more thorough argument. Like, the reason I don't like Brood War is the units are too buggy. You cannot hotkey more than, like, whatever amount of units, which is a big deal for my stupid StarCraft brain. One sec, I gotta defend this fucking roach push. I don't mind the graphics of Brood War though. I don't give a shit that it looked worse or anything. Like that wasn't a big deal to me at all. Like I would play it in the way it looks. What else? I don't know, like to be honest, I probably could have given Brood War like another shot at some point. I probably could have enjoyed it. But a big deal for me was just like the fact that it's an older game compared to SE2, and I had gotten used to SE2 too much. So like going back in terms of like actual like the ability to like hotkey units and just like the way the game mechanics work, it felt really weird and bad to me. Also, really? Yeah, we ranted a little much this game, but I'm hoping I'm not dead because of it. I have like 5 command centers and I have no idea why. I love my autopilot is to just build command centers like in mass. I find that so funny. Oh my god. How could they not fit? It's almost like it's like just switching to a mechanical keyboard and then going back to like a membrane keyboard. Like it just feels like trash. That's what it feels like going from StarCraft 2 to Brood War. And it's just something that's really, really hard to overcome. Yeah, absolutely. It wasn't a reason like the graphics look like shit or like I don't like how the Dragoon walked or something stupid. Like I feel like those are the reasons I hear people don't like Stormgate. It's like I don't like how this unit is. Like I don't know. Like it's such an early game too. Like all the units are going to change like
insufficient Vespine gas.
I can't build here.
making sure they're not hiding there. I don't know why I dropped that. Oh my god, what the fuck? They're gonna have a freaking Yamato.
Insufficient Vespine mineral field depleted.
This guy's 5.3?
Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted. Our SCVs are under attack. Not enough
Actually, I don't even have 200 yet. Let's chill.
You scared me.
Not enough minerals.
Go ahead. Big job, huh? I can't build here.
Not enough minerals.
Might as well just
Unacceptable landing
take the
zone.
gold.
Research.
Ready to raise something?
Command center upgrade complete.
What's going?
Add-on complete.
Huh? Go ahead.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough energy.
Got any extra firepower?
I don't have the building armor upgrade.
Command center upgrade complete.
Which is actually kind of a big deal here.
Upgrade complete. Mineral field depleted.
That doesn't really hurt my economy or anything, it just delays the game.
Mineral field depleted.
Huh? I can't build here. Thor is here.
Bespin geyser. Insufficient Bespin gas.
Oops. Well, Thor's a little dead.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Yes, come on.
Insufficient. Upgrade complete.
Oh, I don't have a choice here.
Insufficient.
I didn't have planetaries yet.
Not enough. Upgrade complete. Upgrade complete. Not enough energy. Not enough minerals. Base is under attack. Base is under attack.
He's trying to be fancy and split me up, but I will not let that work.
Base is under attack.
Alright, so what he's doing is very obvious, but I'm just like kind of figuring out. Oh, I got the eBay. Like, his army's easily killable. I'm just like trying not to die to the counter.
Base is under attack. Not mineral field depleted. Not enough upgrade complete. Desperate.
What's going on?
Not enough minerals.
Bat. In the rear. SCV ready. Ready to raise some hell.
Mineral field complete.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Oh, him remaxing on Ling is a good sign.
Command center upgrade complete.
Gee. Alright. Did you guys say anything else? Alright. I'm caught up. Do 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 do. Well, I am kind of interested, like, what is going to happen to SC2 in the next year, just for those that still want to play it. Like, there's going to just be probably... It's just going to be, like, home story cups, like, maybe the Zombie Grub event. Hope she keeps doing that. Like, grassroots events. I don't think it's not going anywhere, though. It's still going to be people streaming and playing this game every day for... hopefully ever.
SCV ready. Bad news.
Someone's got to be Artosis. Oh yeah, we're gonna do the I got like 4 replays. I'm gonna do them all today, I think. Let me count how many. 1, 2, 3. I think 4, maybe 5.
Additional supply.
I'm gonna get you. It's the first day I'm finally not busy or sick, so finally just charge through all of them. Do, 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 do.
What's going on? SCV ready. What's going on? Bad news. In the rear with the gear. Bad. What's
Command center upgrade complete.
The Grim Reaper has arrived. What's go? SCV ready.
Additional.
All right. SCV ready.
Game is far from dead. Well, if you're a top, the only thing I've ever argued is at top GM level, and at top GM level on North America, the game is dead. Correct. But anybody else can find a game in less than like 30 seconds, so by that standard, absolutely not. The game is not dead. And it will never be dead. This is clearly the best RTS by far. Even with all the new RTSs coming out, like, it's just clear that the amount of time put into making SC2 is just like ludicrous in comparison. Because this thing runs like butter. Fucking like 16 years later. 14 years later. Cope. Well, I don't know if anybody would want that. Seems like they would just ruin it. Because all the SC2 devs went to Stormgate. Like, no, this is classic.
Our SCVs are under attack. Base is under attack. Command center unacceptable rendezvous.
Really?
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Who am I kidding? This guy's gonna send Morling.
Not enough minerals.
I don't have a cloak, but here we are.
Additional supply depots required. Additional supply
Damn.
depots required. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Additional supply depots required. Additional supply depots required.
You know, I'm encountering much less resistance on that drone line than I thought I would. Oh, my man going 90 drone.
Add-on complete.
Did I just hit all units? No, I didn't. Okay. Bro, I'm crazy. I don't care about a couple aliens. I'll take all the meaningless creep tumor energy kills. I'm honestly not playing very well in the last 2 games, but I'm also just like autopilot TVZ mode a little bit just because, I don't know, this matchup is either the easiest matchup in the world for me or the hardest matchup in the world for me, and there's like no in between, so I'm either autopiloting or I'm like actually trying to be dark. And part of my mental problem is that, by the way. I fully acknowledge this. I get so lazy, man. I get so lazy. Reality is most Zergs lose to just battle cruiser opening. Like, game's already over by that point.
Complete.
It's building spines here.
Research complete. Insufficient Vespine gas.
Bad news. In the rear with the gear.
Upgrade complete. Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted. Unacceptable landing zone.
Huh? I can't build here. What's going on? Job, huh? Yes, Commander.
Mineral field depleted. Our SCVs are under attack.
Just autopilot CC mode again.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Oh, no. It's a terrible teleport.
Base command center upgrade complete.
Alright, well,
Acceptable landing zone.
here we are again. I like the 9 tanks that could have just easily dealt with that.
Upgrade complete. Insufficient.
Alright, well, you're not doing anything anymore. Okay, well, let's go again, I guess.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Our SCVs are under attack. Our SCVs are under attack. Our SCVs are under attack. Mineral field depleted.
In the rear with the
Base is under attack.
All right, maybe I did let this one slip out of the way. Yeah, I think we're dead. We'll see, though. I mean, the Vipers are going to yank the Thor, and that'll be half of my army again, which will bring me down to 140, 130. And then he runs in. Like, I don't have ghosts yet, even. I gotta stop dicking around, man. Oh no, that's the whole army now, yeah.
Not enough minerals.
Been magic.
I can't build here. Big job.
Not enough minerals.
Ready to raise some? SCV ready. SCV.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough. Base is under attack.
Ah, I just wanted, if those tanks got in position, I could have potentially kept holding if those tanks were able to block the turrets from dying like that, but
Mineral field depleted. Not add-on complete. Insufficient Vesper gas.
Ghost reporting. What's that?
hopefully this ghost can get down here before the next wave.
Not enough.
The more the merrier.
Mineral field. Not enough energy. Base is under attack. Mineral field additional supply depots.
Wow.
required.
What's going on? Big job. You sure? Ghost reporting.
Yeah, there's no pushing out for us until 200.
Ghost reporting. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough.
You sure about that?
Not enough minerals.
I don't have any battle cruisers left.
Ghost reporting. Ghost reporting.
Our SCVs are under attack. Not enough energy.
It's getting too hot.
Oh, I'm not sure what I was supposed to do in that position. GG. Well played. Was this guy forced 6, by the way? Is this a smurf? Oh, no, he's 5. I didn't notice. I thought he was 4-6. What the fuck? Yeah, that's the last autopilot of the day, I think. No more ranting for me. Like, yeah. This was a 5-5 player. Oh, no, look, 4-8. But he's unranked. Oh, no. I didn't misread this at all. Look, this is This guy's account is 4-8, so I read 4-8, and then I immediately just stopped trying to win the game at all, like from minute 0, because it's a 4-8, and it should just be like an autopilot win. And again, because this happens all the time when you ladder in this game, like people smurf, like, or they fucking play unranked, or they abuse whatever fucking in-game mechanic they want to just get ahead. And this is one of the things that people do. They just hide their MMR behind like a 4-8 like that. It is what it is. I mean, this guy could simply just be playing on like an unranked account just so that he has unranked practice. But the reality is this is my fault. Like, if I see a 4-8 player, I should treat them like Cyril until I am proven otherwise. But like, one of the things that we do as SC2 players is we don't do that every game, because it's kind of psychotic to like treat every single player like Cyril, because you'd just be sitting here like drenched in sweat at the end of your ladder session every day. Like, it's kind of nice to run into a 4-8 player and like kind of take it easy, like look at chat, read chat a little bit, like talk to you guys. So as a streamer, when I see a 4-8, I'm like, okay, time to chill, time to relax, not try too hard. And then it's like halfway through the game, like you realize you're playing against someone that's like your own level. So it is my fault, but it's just fucking annoying, man. Like, you got one of those things that I cannot wait to be over with when I leave this game forever, because it's like just, it's annoying. Like, there's no difference between this button and this button other than the fact that like you can see the MMR on this button and you cannot see the MMR on this button until after the game. Like, there's the same thing. And there's so many layers to that. Like, we went over the fact that you can message people and see when they queue up. We went over the fact that the ladder is filled with fucking like win traders, like filling up the top slots. Like, we got, it's just this whole, like, the entire experience of playing this game at high level is so obnoxious on a daily basis. I cannot stress to you guys enough how much I cannot wait for it to be over, and why. This is why I look forward to Stormgate. Just having someone in the world with the ability to click the fucking guy's username here and then just actually ban them for the fucking win trading that they've been doing since 2019 is such a huge deal. Like, you guys have no idea how much it means to me. That's why I rant about it at least 5 times a week at this point, because I just cannot stress to you guys enough. What's your opinion on Stormgate? What's up, Fear Dragon? I don't mind ranting about it over and over and over. I feel just getting the propaganda out there, you know what I mean? Absolutely, they had a solution to it all. 100%. They banned the hackers like 3 days after they started hacking, although 3 days was arguably too much. And I was critical of them when they took 3 days to do it. Like I said, why don't they just ban them on the spot? But the reason was they were trying to figure out like an automated way to do it, I think. And to do that, they actually had to find out how the hack worked. So to be fair, they had to spend a little time like actually like coding around that shit. But compared to Blizzard, where you find an exploit in the game, you got to wait 9 months for them to fucking fix it. It's just a huge difference. Like, the Cyclone was broken for 6 months. For 6 months, the Cyclone would stop shooting randomly. Just in the middle of a fight, the Cyclone would just stand still and stop firing its gun. And for 6 months, we had professional players playing TVTs where they would drop the Cyclones and they would just stand there and do nothing. Like, that would not happen in Stormgate. It was so depressing, like, having that happen every day. Like, every single TVT, it weighs on you. It's like one of my units won't shoot. I just want a game that fucking works, you know? Like, and I hope, like, when you guys listen to me rant about this, you do, like, consider all my points. It's not just the fact that like they'll fix these things. It's also that it's a new game and that it's like something you can figure out. Like all the new builds, like it's like a new puzzle game every game. Like I queue up on SE2, I'm doing a build order that I've done at least 17,000 times in a row compared to like any other. It's the same with any other RTS I could play right now. It'd just be a different experience. Like it's better to have a different experience. Period. That's why I enjoyed AoE 4 a lot at first, because it did feel like I was figuring out the puzzles in real time. And after about 3 months of playing AoE 4, it did start to feel like I did start to feel all of the things that I had started to complain about way down on me. Like the fact that you couldn't veto maps 3 months into the release of that game was psychotic. The fact that you couldn't even like customize your hotkeys like fully 3 months into the release of that game was psychotic. And it's like, yeah, now you can do those things, but it's like, now I go back and we're almost in the same fucking like state that we view SE2, where it's like these guys have been playing for like 2 years now. All the builds are super figured out. I don't know. It's just not the experience I wanted. I'm sorry to rant again. Because now I'm going in loops a little bit, but we're 13 days away. I'm telling you guys now, the rants are going to get more frequent and more severe as we go along the next 13 days. Just letting you know. That's who we are now. What happened in this game? I can't. Oh yeah, the stalker build. I remember. But yeah, for sure I'm gonna be like obnoxiously critical about Stormgate when it comes out too. Like if it turns into shit, I'm out of there after 3 months. Same with AoE 4. Like that's what I did. Like it was shit after 3 months and I left. I'm not gonna just like be a slave anymore. Like if Stormgate like has some like I remember at the end of the last beta wave, like the what was it called, the Gaunt drop was really OP, and they just refused to change it because it was like the last 2 weeks of the beta or whatever. But it was like they should have changed it. It was a very easy change, and it would have made it more enjoyable for the last 2 weeks for everybody. So if they continue to do shit like that, then I will be extremely critical. Because there's just no excuse. Like, there's no excuse. I played that game every day during that beta, and like the 5 days that Gaunt drop was OP for, like everybody was complaining about it. Every single person. Every pro, every noob was like, bro, this build is really fucking hard to beat. They just drop like 4 gaunts in your mineral line, and then your entire mineral line is gone like 3 seconds later. And they just let it sit for 2 weeks until the beta ended. And I said at the time, I'm like, I'm gonna be fair about it. Like, it's a beta, and they probably just didn't care anymore. But I said, when the game is released, if they keep doing it, like that's no good. They're gonna kill their own game. Like, it takes 2 seconds of watching Artosis playing Stormgate and seeing him lose to a Gaunt drop like a single time to realize that was an unbeatable build. Like You just watch Artosis like playing a game. He's just minding his own business. And then like a little overlord flies in, drops like 2 units, and he looks away, looks back, and the whole mineral line's gone. Like,
Not enough minerals.
this guy gonna leave? Don't leave.
SCV ready. What's going on?
Not enough minerals.
But one thing you will never see me bitch about is the graphics, because I'm just not that person. I respect you guys if you really care about the graphics that much, but I just don't. I was born into like shitty Nintendo looking games. I think Zelda's my favorite series of all time, and every single time they release a Zelda game, they actively like stray away from trying to make the game look realistic, and they try to stick to just an art style that works for them. Even though it doesn't look the greatest in a lot of the old Zelda games. In fact, it looks downright shit in some of the Zelda games, especially some parts of Twilight Princess, like really obnoxiously looked bad. The biggest thing with the Stormgate graphics, I think, though, was the fact that the units were just like scaled to be way too small. Like if they were bigger, you'd actually be able to see the unit details a little more, and maybe you'd be a little bit less judgmental on it. Because a lot of the units are too small to even click on, let alone see what they look like. So it's very clear as to why like a lot of people were like, these units look terrible. Can't get into it. Neither can I, though. I agree with you. I don't like the look of it either. But it didn't at all, in the slightest, affect my enjoyment of it. Like, and that's my disconnect. I don't understand how that could affect your enjoyment of a game. Like, because I'm on board. I think it looks fucking like a mobile game that looks like shit. It just didn't bother me, though. I still enjoyed it. Pong looks like shit. If you think about it. Maybe I'm just cursed to be like that. Maybe there's just part of me that just doesn't get affected by it like others. And that's something I have to learn to respect more. Nonsensical. I'm watching futuristic fan. I couldn't agree more. It's a direct ripoff of every single sci-fi game that has come out in the last 20 years. Like, alien race flooding in through the floodgates. Oh, but there's another alien race, and they've been fighting the other alien race for hundreds and thousands of years. Blah blah blah. Oh, and there's a human race, and they just encountered the flood race. Blah blah blah. It's also just a direct copy of SC2. And even with all of that being true, it still doesn't bug me. I still enjoyed it. Like, I wish it was all the other way. I wish none of it was true. I wish we had an original game. Because clearly it'd be a huge deal for a lot of people, and it would make a lot more people likely to play the game. I mean, clearly. Which is what people like, apparently. Okay, I don't need this. Maybe at the end of the day, it just like it's for me like my only choice, and this is just based on my own preference. It's come down to like either SC2 or Stormgate for me, and I'm just gonna pick Stormgate because of all the reasons I've listed. Like everybody's different. Everybody plays this game for a different reason. I'm playing it because I stream it and I love it, and it's what I want to do every day. But other people play it because it's something that they enjoy to do for 30 minutes at the end of their day, and that's it. And they have 1,000 other games that they enjoy playing at the same time. Like, everyone's gonna have wildly different reasons. Oh my god. All right, GG. I don't have stim. I didn't have stim until like the end of the fight. All right, the next game, I lied. The next game is the last autopilot game. I want like an RTS game that's like all the countries in the world. That's what I want. Like Canada faction, US faction, North Korea faction. That's what I want. This is the greatest stalker placement because it actually covers half the path. And then if you put one there, it covers the other half. Alright, so I'm gonna like reset my stream mentally here. I'm gonna do the replay analysis, but first I'm gonna go eat some food because I have not eaten anything today. So I'll try it. Let me find a good replay for you guys. This is gonna be a little break. Small break. Let me get like a 10-minute replay that was good. What's the date today? I did have some good games last week, but a lot of them were against Chaos. Let's try this one. All right, so stream's not ending or anything. We're gonna play ladder still today. We're gonna do a replay. We're gonna do one replay analysis, then one ladder game when I come back, and then we're just gonna alternate for a while. So enjoy this replay. I don't know who wins this. And yeah, I'll be back.
SCV ready.
Additional supply depots required. center upgrade.
Want some? SCV ready.
Additional supply depots required. Additional supply depots required.
Gangway. This better be good. SCV ready.
Add-on complete.
Armed and ready. Go, go, go! SCV ready. SCV ready. Armed.
Add-on complete.
SCV ready. SCV ready. This better be good. Want some? SCV ready. Armed and
Research complete.
SCV ready. Gangway. SCV This better be good. SCV ready. Who wants some? Want a piece of me, boy? SCV ready. SCV ready. This better be good. It's about to get heavy.
Ready.
This better be good. Gangway, coming through. Oh, it's on.
Upgrade complete.
SCV ready.
Research complete.
You want a piece of me, boy? Kaboom, baby!
Mineral field depleted.
SCV ready.
Fueled up, ready to go.
SCV ready.
Add-on complete. Command center upgrade complete.
SCV ready.
Our SCV's final base is on mineral field depleted.
Want a piece of me, boy? SCV ready. It's go time. SCV ready. SCV ready. This better be good. It's about SCV ready.
Mineral field depleted.
You want a piece of me, boy? Let's have a blast.
Mineral field upgrade complete.
Oh, it's on. This better be good.
Additional supply depots required. Additional supply depots required. Additional supply depots required. Additional supply depots required.
Somebody, get me out of this mess.
Ready to go. Who wants some?
Additional supply depots required.
SCV ready. Go, go, go. Boom, boom.
Mineral field depleted.
It's a gangway. Ready to roll out. It's go time. Armed and ready.
Upgrade.
We could use some help here.
Add-on.
Somebody, get me out of this mess.
Oh, it's on, boy. It's about to get heavy. Used up, ready to go. This better be good. Armed and ready. Oh, it's on. It's about to get heavy.
Upgrade complete.
Armed and ready. This better use some help here. Gangway coming through. SCV ready. It's go time. This better be good. Oh, it's on. You want to?
Command center. Mineral field depleted.
Let's have a blast.
Ready for dust off.
Used up, ready to go. This better be good. You want a piece of me, boy? It's about to get heavy.
Ready for dust off.
Mineral field.
Oh, how late was I? I forgot my water. Fuck. One sec. Okay, replay analysis first. I'm just gonna catch up on the ones. Okay, got 4 replays. First one is softcore SpongeBob's. Okay. Let's see here. Mentioned in a previous. Let me pause the music. All right, so I mentioned in a previous analysis that Thor Ghost is really strong, and that's funny because it's actually my go-to in TVZ, as it should. I looked at this replay, and my big conclusion was I do need to slowly get better at mentally linking 2000 Mineral Float to instant 5 command centers, but overall, I think this game was going fine
Supply depots
until the 17 to 18 minute mark, and ultimately I kind of just needed to have a turret in place to spot the burrowed infester. There was my ghost and EMPs. I guess the EMP off. Side note, 3.7k Zergs on NA. Do not even attempt to do this, much less succeed at it. I could imagine. And other map specific things I noticed were that I kind of got cucked by my own building command centers at the triangle third base, and I should have just built those in the pocket. I also probably should have had an extra sensor tower at the PF. All right, so well, it's going to be a lot to unpack here for sure. But this is good. Nice long Thor Ghost game. There should be a lot to say. Oh yeah, let me get rid of the BRB food. All right, well, I don't really need that, I guess. All right, so we opened up Standard. We're playing on Dynasty, by the way. I vetoed this map because it's literally the worst fucking thing to deal with when you have to take this gold. Because, like, if one of the mineral patches mine out, then your SCVs will, like, derp around, like, to the... It's so buggy. Like, I just do not like when a mineral wall is, like, part of your mineral line, because it just always bugs out in some way. Like, either mules fuck up and drop on the like, wrong side of the mineral field, like... Or just the SCVs run around the whole map. TJ. Oh my god. It's me.
It's me.
Hi, 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 hi. Good to see ya. Thank you. 82. Holy shit, chat. Shout out to TJ. All right, so we're not doing 3cc build. We're doing like the older one where you go Hellions first. Which I think, if you want my honest opinion on this, I think it's fine. Even I do this build. Very rarely, but I do this build still. And the benefit of this is that you get your Hellions early. So if you do this build, you should absolutely be sacking your Hellions every time. So I'm hoping we see that when these two come out. And then also the benefit is your faster battlecruiser. It's a little bit safer of a 3cc is all. I'd say like if I was you, I would maybe start to do the other 3cc build like just maybe every once in a while, just like see how it feels. I don't know if it's too early for you to do at that MMR or not, but that's why I say give it a try, because only you could really be the judge. But I just worry about you doing this build like 2 times in a row against the same Zerg player. Like definitely make sure you mix it up, at least in that regard. Like you don't have to do the fast 3cc build as your other build. Like you could do like a 2-base all-in or something, but just make sure you're mixing it up is all I'm saying there. So we're going mech. I think we built the factory before the Overlord died, which could have been a small adjustment, but that's okay. He does see the battlecruiser, which, to be fair, you could go bio off a battlecruiser, so showing him the factory was definitely a win for the Zerg. Like, he knows how to transition now. And it's a big deal because it's hard to get the scout for Zerg this early in the game. Like, most Zergs, especially at my level, cannot get the scout against me unless they either sack 2 overlords at the same time or they wait until they have a overseer, which is much later in the game, which it gives them less time to prepare for the battlecruiser. And this guy has a lot of time to prepare now. Or not for the battlecruiser, for the mech. I don't know why I said battlecruiser. All right, good. You did sack them. I don't know if you watched my Hellion micro tutorial or not. It might still be on YouTube. But you definitely could have killed more drones here, and it might be something to start working on. I can give you like a quick TLDR on how it works now, but I would just go to the video if I still have it up. So like, it's actually fine here because there's no queen. Right? Like if you just A-move your Hellions here, all of your Hellions are going to shoot something. Problem is if there's a queen, if you were to right-click on a drone, not all of your Hellions are going to shoot the drone. Like 3 of the Hellions will shoot the drone, and then the other 3 will shoot the queen, because that's just how it works in SE2. Like it does not overkill a unit if you directly target it. So the correct thing to do is like right-click a drone and then shift-click and then right-click another drone. That way all of your units shoot. And I have a whole video on it if you're interested in it more depth. But there's no queen here, so it wouldn't happen. Like, you could just A-move, and all of your units are shooting right now. Just a little thing to note if you didn't know already. And for those watching the stream. Alright, so we transition into mech, and we should have our Yamato building before the second battlecruiser, but I don't know if you're going to build one yet. You build Hellions out of the naked factory. Okay, yeah, so I'll correct your build order here to make it better for you. So the barracks should be building tech labs the entire time that the factories are building. That way you have one tech lab here and then one here ready to go, so you just swap them right away. And then you build your Yamato right around 80% completion on this battlecruiser. So like right around now. And then you build your second battlecruiser after that. And then if you do that, then the second battlecruiser will pop out. And then by the time your battlecruisers travel right around here, you'll get Yamato researched. Like this should be where, like if you're not teleporting across the map, like if you were to just walk the BCs, they would get Yamato like somewhere around the midway point if you timed it correctly. So, and then yeah, you would want to build tanks right away, which is why you want the tech labs. Like building the Hellions here is kind of pointless. Like just having the 2 Hellions at a time out of the reactor is fine. So you could definitely lift that third command center and build the gases faster. Oh, do we walk that across? Yeah, we walk that across. All right. I'm fine with it if you walk it across, but it is better if you wait for the second battlecruiser in my personal experience. Because Zerg players are bad at scouting and they don't follow up scout for the second BC. And then 2 battlecruisers with Yamato can kill like 9 queens, by the way, so just something to think about. Yeah, like 2 battlecruisers could kill this amount of queens, like no doubt. Just saying. Because Yamato the 2 with the highest energy, and then you just target fire individually, and then they eventually die. Like you'll teleport one of your battle cruisers home, but the second battle cruiser will kill the last couple queens usually. Because yeah, this isn't a trivial amount of queens. Like a trivial amount of queens would be like 5 more than this, but this is not that many. So you took, I don't know how this map works, so I'm not going to commentate on the positioning of your third. I'm pretty sure this is fine. I don't know when you take the 4th against Zerg. It feels like you could just go pocket 3rd and then gold against Zerg, no? Especially if you open battlecruiser, because you have ground control if you go battlecruiser. So if you're going to do this opening, I think you can absolutely take your 4th as your gold at least. Hopefully we see that, maybe. Maybe not. Alright, so we got corruptors coming around. Your armories should come before your 4th and 5th factory. Because, yeah, your upgrades are going to be behind now. That's an important thing to note. This is good. I'm proud of you for walling like this. This is exactly how you should be spending your money. Like, imagine this exact same wall off, but like here as well, and then like your planetary here and planetary here, planetary here. Like you're on the right track. Like this is actually a really good setup for a 4th. Like I would consider doing this myself. This is not bad at all. Like the only danger here is the fact that he could counterplay through here. It's like very spread out. Like this is a very good setup to take this base, but I don't think you need to take this base as your 4th. Like 1st, natural, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and then set it up like this. And then your last base is the easiest to take base on planet Earth if you do that. That's what I would do, I think. Because you're just too thinned out, in all honesty. Like, I wouldn't do this like against a 6K Zerg because there's just too many options for the Zerg to attack you here. Like, yeah, you're walled, which does help a lot, but it's it's an interesting map, I'll admit. And yeah, this Zerg is mining his gold as well, which is not a huge disadvantage, which is very tiny. Because keep in mind, there's only 6 mineral patches here compared to 8. It's not like an 8 mineral patch gold base is a much bigger deal than a 6 mineral patch gold base. Alright, so this Zerg's army is garbage, so we should just trade well here, right? Yeah. Oh, well done. I'll take note of that and pat you on the back for the scan. Like, it's a good play to scan the main and check on the tech timing if you're afraid of it. Personally, how I've dealt with tech and Zerg in the recent like couple years is I just like around this point, like maybe a minute ago, because obviously my macro would be faster than this, but maybe a minute ago I would have already started building these Thors. And then you just don't even need to scan for Broodlord. If you always have 4 Thors in your army, and you always have 2 battlecruisers in your army, you can kill like up to at least 11 or 12 Broodlords, I think. Because it's like the same thing as the Queens. Like you're going to Yamato the first 2, and then like the rest of the army is just going to take care of it. Like the 4 Thors will get protected by the bulk of your army, especially if you have Hellbats. So if you're worried about Broodlord transitions, just have some Thors in your army and like earlier, because like the Broodlord transition does typically hit a little bit earlier than this at high level, like 1143. Like you're supposed to already see some like Ultra Tech or Viper Tech or Broodlord Tech. Just to keep in mind. This guy's just YOLOing. This guy's like trying to play like Rainer or something. I'm kind of fast forwarding through the fights because I just really don't care. Like these fights are one of the easiest types of fights you can take. And they're always just going to go well for Terran efficiency wise. I mean, maybe we could have more tanks earlier. I think, but we noted on that already. Like if you had those factories building tanks earlier in the game, we would have more tanks already. And if you had taken this as your third, then everything would be more together. So you could actually have your tanks cover more surface area, like effectively as a group, which I think is a part of the efficiency problem here. Like this is about to be secured, which is fantastic, but now we're too low on tank count. But Thor's. So yeah, now we're still, we need those tanks. That's the problem. We need tank and Thor, right? That's the problem we've run into here. And we've only got one tank building. Yeah, because that's going to happen now. Like, the only thing to protect it is tank and ghost. Like, Ravager Bane is kind of like, yeah, it's designed to fuck with, like, low defended areas like that. Also, this should be a planetary as well. Because if he had just sent Lings down there or something, then rip. Fourth bases should just always be planetaries. We're doing great though. I mean, we've stabilized. Like, I'm gonna ignore the situation of like the bases from now on in this game, and we'll just focus on how you play it. Your army looks great. Like, this is the time you would transition into Ghost. Like, these starports are definitely overkill. Yeah, if I were you, I'd build one extra starport. That's it. Put a reactor on it, and then start pumping liberators out of it. And then barracks count is 1 too many, so 4 barracks would be optimal, I think. And then yeah, 4 ghosts at a time, 2 liberators at a time, and then try to replace what you're losing from the early to mid game. Like, you want to always have like a decent amount of tanks and a decent amount of Thors. So like in this case, we don't have enough tanks. We would be building more tanks, and we would be building the Ghost and the Liberator. Fusion Core, hopefully we get Lib Range started. Off topic, is Stormgate free? It's free on August 14th. If you pay 20-something bucks, you get it July 30th, though. And if you had the beta, you already have it for free, no matter what. But it's up. It depends if you had the beta or not. So we're just posturing now. There's actually not that much to say for the next minute, I guess. I mean, you should never lose now. I mean, you need 16 ghosts. We don't have 16 quite yet. In a situation where you're at 200 army supply and you don't have the units you want yet, definitely start sacking units. We don't have enough command centers to sack SCVs yet, so I would get rid of maybe half the Hellbats. Now you have too many tanks. You have enough tanks. And you have enough Thor. And the medevac is good. So it's just like the 3 Cyclone and maybe like the couple Hellbats. And that'd be enough to fill the Ghost count. And then you'd be perfect. Like, I also would have 2 battlecruisers in my army always, because battlecruisers are the easiest way to defend Nidus. So like in this game, we obviously lost our battlecruiser at some point. So whenever you lose any BC, just rebuild it. Always have 2. Don't build more than 2. Just have 2. 2 is enough to teleport back and then Yamato and kill any Nidus. It's enough to fuck with the lurker that's behind a base. It's enough to snipe an overlord that's in the corner. It's enough to get map control. It's enough to poke a base. It's enough to snipe a base even. Just get 2. It doesn't eat in, you don't want your battle cruisers to eat into your army supply, because if you have too many of them, then the corruptors are just too efficient. Because remember, corruptors kill battle cruisers instantly. Like, it's the easiest trade in the world for a corruptor to kill a battle cruiser. So if you build too many, you're making your army terrible. So 2. Sometimes 3. Okay. If you're me, 3. Okay. If you're you, 2. Okay. Just to be clear. Because my macro is so much better that I'd already have like 85 fucking orbitals. So I could just sack half my SCVs and I'd be able to have the army supply for 2 more battle cruisers right now. But yeah, our macro was not obviously on par with a 5.8k Terran player. So I'm not going to be judgmental of that. So I think he said he lost the game to the Infestor Fungal, and that's important because I forgot to mention the most important part. And that is, after you build your first 2 battle cruisers, you should build 1 Raven. And hopefully keep the Raven alive the whole game as well. But if you ever lose it, rebuild it. So you should always have 2 battle cruisers and 1 Raven alive, like, at all times. Because you always have 1 starport with a tech lab on it throughout the whole game. And it's going to be idle a lot of the time. So you should just always have those 3 units. Because honestly, they're very easy units to keep alive. Like, the battle cruisers, the better you get at the game, the less you'll lose them randomly. The only time you should really ever lose a battle cruiser is to a burrowed infestor with Neural. Yeah. I don't know where I was going with that thought anymore. Oh yeah, just if you had a Raven, you wouldn't lose to the Infestor Burrow. That's it. It eliminates that play. But ideally, you'd want... You also mentioned you built your command centers in the wrong spot here, but I disagree. I think this is the best spot you could have built them. Obviously, you'd want like 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. Like, you don't want to block the pathing of anything ever. I think you can fit probably a couple in the pocket here. If you built... Nah, this is good. This is really good how you built these here. I would not ever change this. Then, yeah, you could fit more here. And then you can probably fit like 2 here. But there's nowhere else. Like, this is where you'd have to put them. Like, this is another great spot as you get further out. But this is great. You want SimCity. Like, look what's happening now. These battle cruisers, these broodlords are shooting a command center instead of your Thor Ghost. So absolutely, it was not a mistake. Like, this is where you want to spend your mineral count on, because minerals are fucking useless at the end of the game. You want to be able to, like, obviously, if you just let the command center die here, like, or you let all 3 command centers die here, the front one's going to die for free. But if these 2 died for free, that's your mistake. But it's going to buffer you. Like, if he goes after these command centers, you can snipe. Because, like, your ghost can maneuver easily. Like, look how close they were to getting the snipes off on these. Like, if you had cloaked them there, you would have probably sniped half of them. Like, oh, okay, now we're so we're just a little bit of maneuvering issues. Like, the Thor should have just been on hold position, and the ghost should have been the only thing that you were controlling here. Like ready. Like, now you're in position perfectly. Like, the Thor could probably be here a little bit too, but now what you should do is you should click the Thor, click hold position, and then select your ghost, and then that's the only thing you control. And then you'd be able to micro this really well. You could cloak them if you had cloak, and you just snipe away, like rapid fire snipe. And then boom, that command center dying would have turned into like 4 dead broodlords. And then, yeah, and every time you push against Zerg, or every time you try to move forward, you just scan. That's why you need the command centers. Because even with the Raven, you can still die to the Infestor Plague. You always have to scan forward, right? Also, we have 4 medevacs too many. 1 medevac is more than enough, to be honest. You don't even need any medevacs. I build 1 in the really late game just because I hate having low HP ghosts, but you don't even need 1. Like, and definitely not 5. It'd be really good if you had like any amount of Liberator Viking here, to be honest. Like, that'd be the best unit to build from here. Once the Infestors start coming out, you want to really start layering on the Liberator Viking, I think. Emphasis on the Liberator, too. Like, 20 Liberators in your army right now is a huge difference. Like, you could lock this entire area down, this entire area down, and this entire area down, and this entire area down. And it would be... it'd be impossible for the Zerg to push forward because you have enough ghosts. You have 9 ghosts. Remember, the reason that I say 16 ghosts is so that you could put 8 here and you could put 8 here. Right now we have 9 here. That's more than enough to like push back anything, as long as you have like your army there too, right? And if you had the Liberators, like nothing is fucking with that. Like 20 Liberators and 8 ghosts, forget about it. You put some turrets down, like nothing is coming near you, like except for Vipers slowly picking away at units. That's the only thing. Or obviously a Zerg fully charging down with his whole army and just YOLOing it, but that theoretically should never work if you get your snipes off correctly. But I mean, most Zergs don't attempt it because it is kind of a low reward, high risk strategy to do. Because even if you kill the army here, like you don't kill the Terran by any means, you just trade poorly. That's all. And you probably would never, like you never would with this army. You would never lose it against any Zerg army. You would just trade. You'd be left with, like, in the worst of case scenarios, like a couple Thors and a couple Ghosts. And that's if you really missed all your fucking EMPs and like snipes, and you got fungled, and like banelings came in, and like your fucking router disconnected, and I don't know. So yeah, this is why, like 8 ghosts here, 8 ghosts here. Whenever the Zerg changes their rotation, then you're in position with the ghosts. Because look, he went after the planetary. You could have just cloaked, snipe, 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 and he would have backed off. And then during that time, you would be moving in position with your Thor. Which is what you're doing. You're moving in position. You just don't have the ghost already in position there. Because this is a much different fight now. If you had the planetary there, it's still like way different scenario. And if you had Liberators here, way, way, way different scenario. Okay, so EMP is your own army. Okay. So yeah. I mean, the root cause here was our lack of setup. Too much of our army supplies in one location. If you do want to go Thor Ghosts, you have 2 options. When you get to 200 army supply, you either fucking push directly for the army, and I mean directly for it. Like, you scan the army, you find it, and you take your whole army and you charge at it and you kill it. That's option 1. Option 2 is you split into 2 groups of units. Group number 1, 8 ghosts, half of your Thors. Group number 2, 8 ghosts, half of your Thors. And then Liberators just peppered throughout the entire map. And you just mine away. You just mine your half of the map. And then you just win the efficiency game, because you should be able to win the efficiency game, like against Zerg, if you're actually playing the PF style correctly. This game we're losing, so I would be attacking instead of defending. Like, you never want to be defending if you're behind in this number. And it's up to you to learn how to tell what this number is during the game. And believe me, it becomes easier to tell as you go. Like, I can tell when I'm ahead in this number and when I'm behind in this number. Like, and most people can. It's not that difficult. It's just like harder to tell when it's like small advantage, big advantage, huge advantage. But most people can tell when it's like advantage or disadvantage. And that's really the only thing you need to be able to determine. So like, if you're at an advantage, defend. If you're at a disadvantage, all units attack. So let's see where this ends up. Yeah, I mean, it's exactly what's supposed to happen. We still... It looks almost better, doesn't it? Yeah, more or less the same, I guess. Like, his army was pretty high value, too, is all I'm saying. And your ghosts are alive. I mean, I guess the medevacs did their job there. Income, we're fine. Like, we just rebuild the Thor. Like, we're 160 supply here. And we're not even using our production yet. Like, once we fill the production, we're going to be 180. This guy ain't killing us here. So, yeah, this game is completely winnable. No doubt. So when you're in a position where the Broodlords are coming at you and you don't have the counter yet, you just have to tank whatever he's attacking. Just lose it. Like, he's going to go after this command center, just back away and fucking lose it. Like, if he didn't have the Corruptor here, obviously you go with the Viking, but he does have the Corruptor, so yeah, the play here is back away. Don't take a trade yet. You want to wait as long as possible until you have as many Thors as possible, because you just lost your Hellbat, and your Hellbat was the one thing that was going to keep the Thor alive against the Broodlord. So you really needed to wait. Like, even if it meant losing this entire area, or like this entire area, you should have lost it. You should just fuck it. If you don't have the counter to an army yet, do not take the fight. Like, that's the golden rule. Because you're just going to lose the fight, right? Like, you might as well leave the game instead of taking the fight. That being said, could I win the game from here? Probably not. I don't have a cloak yet either. With cloak, you could maybe get some trick shots in. Okay, now I could win the game. I changed my mind. Because we just got the gold too. Like, you just mule that shit. And look at all the mules we got. We are starving for money a little bit, but our army is so good. Like, the thing is, that the reason why I could win this game is I could take your army and I could turn it into something, like, amazing. Like, I look at this Zerg's army and I see that it's not a good army at all. And I look at yours and I'm like, okay, it's a really good army. So if I took control, yeah, I could shit on this, but it's like, to do that, you got to do what I said. You got to get to 200. You got to get to 200. And you got to all units attack move into this. And to win the fight, you got to EMP the infestors. Like, that's the only way. EMP the infestors and then chase down everything and just rapid fire snipe anything of value. And should be actually an easy engagement to take. Like, I would rate that fight as like top 6 easiest fights in the game. Like a late game 200 Ghost Thor army engagement versus literally any Zerg army comp. I honestly think it's easy. It takes practice. You're not going to get it on your first fucking try, but it takes less practice than a lot of the other fights, is all I'm saying. Because yeah, all you're doing is EMPing the infestors before anything, and then once they're EMP'd, you just A move and then snipe. That's it. Like, it's really, like, maybe spread out a little bit. Like, it's not super complicated. Especially against Broodlord, you want to be kind of like close together, like a Protoss ball, like just A move. Obviously, if they have Banelings, like, spread your like high value units. Like, the Ghosts should not be all together when there's Banelings around. The Hellbats should be spread. What the hell? We should just win. Okay, the Ghosts are kind of... Okay, no, we're good. Yeah, we're just not... Why aren't we... We didn't snipe anything, though. Do we have rapid fire, I wonder? If you don't have rapid fire, I'm not... I won't assume you do or not, but if you don't, definitely get that going, because When the queens came in position here, like, you could have just fucking the whole fucking, you could have wiped out the entire family line of this queen family, like, down to the fucking Adam and Eve, like right here, you could have just like every one of these units. Oh, even there, you could have just, I don't think you knew how close they were to being built, though, but yeah, I guess now we're dead. We can't replenish the Thor count in time, because this is the same situation. He's about to attack you. You don't have the army to defend, so what do? We back away. But what does that mean? We lose the space. And what does that mean? We don't have the money to replenish. So something tells me you're going to try to defend the space and you're just going to lose it, though. Yeah. It's interesting watching other people's games, though, because it's, like, very clear to me. like how things could, like, what I do differently, anyways. I don't know. But you're not, it just doesn't feel like you're that far off from just being able to just absolutely shit on, like, any Zerg player at this level. It's just, you just gotta start adding those, like, layers to your defense. Like, it's a lot easier game if we had taken the bases in the right order and, like, build the planetaries and had the planetaries stay alive and had the ghosts protect the planetaries. Like, if we're at this point in the game right now and we still had this planetary here with the wall off, and if we had liberators here, like, we could take this base, like, we'd have our command centers here still. We could build more command centers here. We could build more, like, it could be so much better. But it gets so much harder to win, like, as it gets worse. Like, the snowball effect is brutal. But yeah. It's probably one of the better analyses that I've done. Boom, boom, boom. I actually might do a rain check on the next 3 replays till tomorrow, because I feel like you guys can probably hear my voice. It's just hard. I thought I was fine, but now I'm just fucking stuffy now. I don't want to push talking too much. We'll see. Give me like an hour or so.
Let's go.
Here, I'll go Ghost Thor this game.
SCV ready.
Mostly because I would do it anyways, but also because, why not? Good timing.
Minerals.
SCV ready.
This is probably one of the better mech maps, too.
Additional supply depots required.
I only say that. I only say it's a better mech map because it's a bad biomap. And any map that's a bad biomap is just automatically a good mech map, no matter what map it is or how bad it is. Doesn't mean it's a good mech map either, if that makes sense. It just means it's better than fucking playing bio, I guess.
SCV ready.
Yeah, one or the other. It's either a biomap or it isn't.
SCV ready. Move it. Ah! You scared me. SCV ready. Huh? Ah! What's going? Ah! There's something in the way. Ah! Go ahead. Huh? What's going? Huh?
Command center upgrade complete.
The Grim Reaper has arrived. What? God. SCV ready. What's going on? Go, go, go! SCV ready.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
What? Go ahead. Huh? Yeah.
And take on the Lings.
Go ahead. What's it? God, yeah.
If he sends them, Jesus. Where are they?
SCV ready. What? You want God to live him? Big, this better be. Where? SCV ready.
Annoying Snake gets some fucking speedling build.
I'm listening.
Oh.
What's going?
Not
SCV ready.
command center upgrade. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough
What's
minerals.
a mile?
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Welcome.
Ready to raise some hell. SCV ready.
Wow, nice.
Not enough minerals.
SCV
Not enough minerals. Add-on. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. What's going on? Ready to raise some hell. You want a piece?
Not enough energy.
Let's do this. SCV ready. Go ahead. SCV ready. I can't build here. SCV ready.
Not enough. Not enough energy.
Yo.
Do something I don't usually do and just bunker it.
SCV
I
ready.
really don't ever trust Snake ever in any game. And I don't mind adding like a small little 100 mineral bunker. Like, it's not ideal, but you know, every once in a while, Snake does a fucking Snake build.
Not
Exhibit A.
SCV ready.
add-on. Not enough minerals. Not enough.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
What's SCV ready.
I honestly do feel like he finally has gotten to like
Not
the
enough
next
minerals.
tick of play. Like in terms of getting better,
Unacceptable length.
because he's figured out like
Dust off.
I don't know. It's really hard to like refine my take on Snake because he's just such an individual.
Additional supply. Not enough.
Like I think he is a good player. I've seen him play late game. I've played late game against him. Also, I'm not even playing Battlecruiser Ghost or whatever. I started playing Bio by mistake.
Additional supply depots required.
Well, no, of course. Yeah, I'm like 500 MMR better, but he can still beat me. Like he's got his tricks.
Coming through. Who wants some? Been waiting. SCV ready. SCV ready.
I think his best shot of beating me has always been late game, though. It's just like he likes to all in or
Additional supply depot.
do weird builds.
Additional supply depots required. Not enough energy. Additional supply depots required. Research complete.
Gangway.
Ready for dust off.
Not enough minerals.
By the numbers.
Not enough minerals.
Well, this better be good.
Additional supply depots.
About to get heavy.
Additional supply depots required. Not enough minerals.
Who wants some?
Add-on. Upgrade complete.
Who wants some? This better be good. Go, go, go!
I heard
Your
that.
forces are under attack.
This better be good.
Not enough minerals.
Who wants? Go, go, go!
Not enough minerals. Additional supply depots required.
Armed and ready.
Ready for dust off.
Additional supply depots required. Not. Mineral field depleted. Additional supply depots required.
Ready to roll out.
Who wants? This
Mineral field depleted. Not enough minerals.
we could use some help here. Armed and ready.
Additional supply depots required. Your forces are under attack.
Coming through. You want a piece of me, boy? This been waiting.
Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted.
Go, go, go! Gangway. Coming through.
Mineral field depleted.
Why not? Armed and ready.
Mineral field depleted.
Gangway. Coming through.
Not enough minerals.
Who wants?
Now
Want
what?
a piece of me, boy?
Not enough minerals.
Go, go, go!
I thought he had ultras on the way. He usually has ultras on the way or something when it's like... Whenever I'm playing Snake and he doesn't have enough Baneling or Ling to defend, then I start to like do this and I start to like get closer. It's because there's like 9 ultra on the way, but I guess he was trying to go Lurker or something. I don't know, actually. He had the Hive. Yeah, I don't know. G. Natural science. Natural sites. Good luck in next one. Thank you. Starting to get more late in the day, so the queues should get better. Not much, but a little bit. I did play Chaos once, or no, I played him a few times the other day. And I won a bunch, and I haven't seen him since. Where is he? Oops. Streaming again until 6 a.m. We'll do it again, Smile. You can do it 4 more times, then I'll let you have 1 day off. And then you got to do it 6 more times. Yeah, get to it. Or, you know, take a couple weeks off, reconvene in Stormgate. Keep going hard. Aye. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. That was the correct answer, Smile. I'm glad you passed my test. Kill all buildings. I don't know. I've never been tested on the win condition. People were just polite enough to leave. But yeah, I think so. Makes the most sense. I don't think it's just kill the command centers. Yeah, no, it's all the buildings. I think it might have been tested, actually. I'm trying to remember. I think it happened once to me. I'm thinking about the game where the guy used the hack to make like 60 Hornets at once. Because he flew in, he killed my base, and then the game ended, so... I don't know. It's got to be just buildings, though. God dropping, yeah. God dropping was based. Talked about that earlier. Is like drop 2 of them. Watching you. Wow, wow, wow. Forte 300 Protas. Classic queue up. Everyone loves an underdog story.
SCV ready. In the rear. SCV ready.
Additional supply depots required. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Yeah. What's in the rear? Huh? Yep. You scared? SCV ready. In the rear with the gear. You scared me. Go ahead. SCV ready. Huh? What's what? You scared me. SCV ready. In the let's go. Bad news. What's going on? In the rear. What big job, huh? Go ahead.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Huh? What's bad news? I can't build
The
here.
fuck?
Command center upgrade complete.
Bad news. The Grim Reaper has arrived. Go. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
What's going on?
Our SCVs are under attack.
Armed and ready.
Interesting.
Vespine gas.
SCV ready.
Yeah, I'll make one more. Hey, SC2 fool. Let's go. Thank you very much for the raid, my dude.
Got something. What's it worth? SCV ready. What?
Unacceptable landing zone.
Roger. Yep. In the rear with this. Go ahead. SCV ready.
Command center?
Unacceptable landing zone.
SCV ready.
Base is under attack. Add-on complete.
SCV ready.
All right. What's up, Codex?
Command center upgrade complete. Add-on
Welcome. Or as I like to say, welcome.
SCV ready. This better be. You got. Go ahead. SCV ready. Taking some fire.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Well, I guess he gets it.
Add-on complete.
Can I get the sentry? Ah, it didn't target fire.
SCV ready. I can't build here. SCV ready.
Some judgments.
Who wants some? SCV ready. Been waiting. SCV ready. SCV ready. SCV ready. SCV ready.
Insufficient
Fueled up, ready to go.
SCV ready. Sure thing. You gonna give me orders? SCV ready.
insufficient Vespene gas.
SCV ready. SCV ready. You want a piece of me, boy? SCV ready. Armed. Scanning back. SCV ready.
Not enough energy.
It's about to get it.
Add-on
Gangway coming through. SCV, there's something in the way.
not enough. Add-on complete. Insufficient Vespene gas.
I don't have the music command anymore because technically we're not listening to music. And if you say I am, I will deny it.
Let's have a blast.
You could try to prove it if you want. Like, you could clip me. You couldn't prove it to anyone.
Insufficient.
Baby. Oh, yeah.
Your request, Reggie.
In the rear.
Research complete.
You want a piece of me?
Upgrade complete.
Engineering at your disposal.
It's go time. By the numbers. It's about to get heavy. Sure thing. I'm on it.
Ready for dust off.
Research.
Ready for dust off.
Engineering at your disposal.
It's go time.
Stay and ready.
Who wants some?
Come. Ready. Stage. Scanning.
Oh, it's on.
I forgot this guy was 4-3. I'm not gonna lie. I was like,
This better be good.
started trying again.
Armed and ready.
Testing. Scanning.
I'm in deep.
It's go time. Who wants some?
Oh, hi, Artosis.
Scanning. Come.
The easy road. +1. Ooh, wow. Oh, snaky poo. I like how he typed good luck, have fun, and then left. Based. What did you sell yet? Fractal. Look how much bonus pool I have, by the way. Oh my god. Five two Zerg. I feel like there's just Snake on his alt now.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. What's going on?
Not enough minerals.
So we'll know if it's a pool first into Hydra.
SCV ready.
Additional support depots required. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. What's going on? Will do. What's going on? SCV ready. Bad news? Huh? SCV ready. What's in the rear with the gear? SCV ready. Huh? Bad. Go ahead. Ben, huh? Big job.
Not enough.
Something in the way. Ben? What's going on? Huh? Ah! Huh?
Command center upgrade complete.
Go ahead.
The Grim Reaper has arrived.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Who wants some? Got
SCV ready.
Captain Bug. I'm listening.
SCV ready.
You the Reaper man got something for me to kill.
Oopsie.
SCV ready.
Add-on complete. Not enough minerals.
Then wait.
Command center upgrade add-on. Our SCVs are under attack.
SCV ready.
Oh!
I can't build here.
Light it.
Talk to me, boss.
Armed and
SCV ready. SCV
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
are you? Light it up. Daylight.
SCV ready.
Additional supply. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Bad news. In the rear.
Not enough minerals. Additional supply. Not enough minerals.
Light it up. Are you?
Insufficient Vespine gas.
SCV ready.
Not enough energy.
Really early roach horn, and then he does nothing with it.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Father, you gonna give me?
Or does he? I mean, I canceled the Banshee to, like, just do the thing.
Be ready. SCV ready.
Yeah, I agree, Smile. Play Minecraft.
SCV ready.
I've been trying to get Smile to play Minecraft all week. Ask me how close I've gotten.
Be ready.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Let's say farewells to. I am going to be playing Stormgate for
Insufficient Vespine gas.
at least the next few months.
Minerals.
And I'm not coming back to this game unless shit changes, so
Not enough energy.
that's why it says farewell with a $69 donation, because it's like
Unacceptable.
half true, half not.
SCV ready.
Yes, Commander.
Might be back. Who knows?
Be ready.
Not enough minerals.
Not I.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Ready to raise some hell.
SCV ready.
Add-on complete. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Yes, Commander.
Not enough minerals.
Oh, I didn't get Yamato.
Not
Rip.
enough minerals. Not enough.
SCV ready.
Not enough energy. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. What's going on? SCV ready. SCV ready. SCV ready.
Yes.
Give us your. What's going on? I can't. SCV ready.
Insufficient.
SCV ready.
Optics online. Let's go kill something.
Move it. Go ahead. SCV ready.
You got this.
This better be.
SCV ready.
Systems go.
SCV ready.
Mineral field.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Research complete.
Ready to roll out.
Yes. Oh, really?
Sir,
You gonna give me orders?
Bad systems go.
Research complete.
SCV ready. Fueled up.
Additional supply depots required.
Ready to roll out.
Raven.
Upgrade complete.
SCV ready.
Mineral field depleted.
Huh? In the rear.
Mineral field
SCV ready. Gotcha. SCV ready. SCV ready.
upgrade complete. Insufficient vessel gas.
Huh?
Mineral field depleted.
Systems go. Cyclone ready for us.
Go ahead.
Unacceptable landing zone.
Fueled up. Ready to go.
Add-on complete. Command center upgrade complete.
SCV ready. What's going on?
Add-on.
I can't build.
Not enough minerals. Unacceptable landing zone.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Optics online. Let's go kill something.
Combat.
Base is under attack.
Save your
Not enough minerals.
War is here.
combat.
Not enough minerals.
Engine.
Not enough minerals.
State. Ready.
Add-on complete. Unacceptable landing zone.
Lay it on me.
Scanning.
Unacceptable mineral field depleted.
I don't like that.
Unacceptable landing zone.
Much better.
This better be good. War is here.
In the rear with the gear. Go ahead.
Add-on complete. Add-on complete. Upgrade complete. Not enough energy. Our SCVs are under attack. Upgrade complete.
Go ahead. What's going on?
Research complete.
Going.
Engine screaming.
Fueled up.
Mineral field depleted.
Ready to raise some hell.
Mineral field depleted. Base is under attack. Command center upgrade complete. Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine gas. Mineral field depleted. Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine gas.
I can't build here. Yo.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine gas. Not enough minerals.
War is here. War is here. Ready to raise some hell. Ghost reporting. Lay it on me. Go ahead.
Mineral field.
Ready to raise some hell.
Mineral field depleted. Insufficient.
Engine screaming.
What's going on?
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Bad news. I can't build here.
Not enough minerals.
Well, huh?
Command center upgrade complete. Mineral field depleted. Not enough mineral field.
Ghost reporting. Yep. What's going on? What's that?
Engine screaming.
Not enough minerals.
So,
Well, yes, come. What is it?
give me the sit rep. Nothing to it. Okay.
Yes, come.
Receiving.
Upgrade complete.
Loud and
Yes, command.
yeah.
Give me the sit rep.
Base is under attack. Vespine geyser.
I'm in deep. Big job, huh? Ghost reporting. Out with it.
Upgrade complete. Research.
Who called in the fleet?
Mineral field depleted. Not enough energy. Mineral field depleted.
Out with it.
Vespine geyser exhausted. Not enough. Command center upgrade.
You know, I couldn't tell you why I have 4 Banshees. I really couldn't. I must have tried to queue up 4 Hellions instead of a... I don't know. I mean, they're kind of cooking a little, no? Pissed. "12 pointy boys, as Jesus intended." All right. I think that's it for me for today, chat. I'm feeling stuffy again. I'll do the rest of these replays tomorrow. I really don't want to fuck my voice up right now. So my apologies. I think Sal's on though. Sal's a great Jugger J replacement. Don't you guys agree? Oh, we have 5 2K Sal today as well. Oh my god, you guys are in for a treat. Actually, today we Today I peaked in 5.7 again and then immediately dipped out. And the season's over in 1-2 days. Yeah. Kind of sucks. I wish the season would go until Stormgate. But we're going to have a week of Master League ladder again. It's okay. You still get to keep the same MMR. It's not really different. You just don't get the same rank. It's no big deal. All right. Enjoy Sal. See you guys tomorrow. We'll do minimum 4 tomorrow, but I'll aim for 5 again. Today was supposed to be 5.